What's up, my said souls? How y'all doing today? It's your girl Evie B coming back to you because Evie said so. Guess what? If you're new to the channel, I'm Evie, and this channel is focused on because I said so, because Evie said so. But it's also about you. It's about you and what we say as parents. I did tell you guys I'm a parent. I have two daughters, two teenage daughters. We talked about praying for me, so I'm not going to cover that today. But anyway, we have a story for you today. It's kind of a funny story, but I'll let you guys determine if it's funny or not. Anyway, we have a mukbang today for you. I have made some steak and onions, some grilled onions. I cooked the steak on my griddle. I have a baked potato. I have some avocados. I have some strawberries, and I have a little bit more steak over here. And what I'm drinking on today is I have my faith cup. You know, we always got to have faith. And also in it is some cranberry grape juice. One of my favorite juices. I love lemonade, but cranberry grape is a very close second. Okay, so let me go ahead and give the Lord thanks for this food, and then we can get right into it, okay? Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this food. Please let it be nourishment to my body, and for Christ's sake, I thank you. Amen. So, what's good, y'all? What's good? What's up? Haven't talked to you since yesterday. But you know what? Sometimes that can be too long. So, what's good? Well, anyway, what happened to me today? Well, actually, it happened to my daughter. And it made me think about a story. Made me think about a question really that I could pose to you guys. Today, my daughter was in her room, of course, minding her own business. You know, they're at home for school. And she had school this morning, so she had school in her bedroom, which I am sure lots of your kids are doing right now, unless you have a special place that you go ahead and set them up at. Well, anyway, she's sitting in her bedroom, and a wasp appears. A wasp. Now, she did mention to me earlier this week that there was a wasp, but you know, kids, they exaggerate. So you think a wasp really? Okay, maybe it's a fly, maybe it's a gnat. Could be a bee, but she said, no, Mom, it's a wasp. I should know better than to go ahead and believe her by this time, because last year this time we had a field mouse. You know how the little field mice get in during the wintertime? They want somewhere warm to nest. Not up in here. And that's what the problem was. We had a little field mouse, and I really don't like killing things that don't have to be killed. So I always ask the Lord if they could just leave. More than likely they don't. So we had to get some. Anyway, I'm not going to tell that story right now because I'm getting ready to eat. But anyway, we got rid of the mouse. So she says, Mom, there's a wasp in here. And I said, So this morning about 6 o'clock, she screams, Mom! And she runs out of her room. The wasp is back. And so I jump up out of my sleep. Well, actually, I'm not asleep. I'm sitting up, but I'm so sleepy. And I jump up and I say, where? Hold on, I'm coming. So I run to her room, and it's right down the hall, so it wasn't that much running. But anyway, I run to her room, and there it is, big as Billy Befrig. There's a wasp in her room, and it's buzzing around the light. And so I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to kill it, because I know it's going to sting my daughter. Better yet, it's going to sting me. So got my handy dandy knife here. Okay, so this steak, oh, this steak is like butter. It's so good. Oh my God. So delicioso. I bet it is. It's seasoned so well. Anyway, so I get in there and I look at this wasp and I'm like, I don't want to get stung. But you know, as a parent, we take chances for our children. We will do it because we don't want to see our kids hurt. So anyway, delicious. Also, I'm not gonna dance, y'all. Not just yet. Yeah. I like my steak well done. I really don't like to see any pink in my steak at all. I know a lot of people don't like that, but my steak, my way. So anyway, I get the broom. Because now I'm going to hit the wasp with the broom. Like I'm going to hit this itty bitty wasp. Well, he wasn't itty bitty, but with this big old broom. So I take my chances. I swing, miss. Okay? Dang it. Because now he mad. He pissed off. Now he wants to sting somebody. Won't be Evelyn, because I'm out of here. So I go out, try to regroup, get something a little bit bigger to smash him with. Well, come to find out, it wasn't one wasp. It was two. We have the air conditioning in the window, but there's a slight crack on the bottom. So I think they're prying their way underneath the air conditioner and coming in the room. Because the last few days, y'all, it's been rather cool outside. So we haven't needed the air conditioner. I don't know where you guys are in your neck of the woods, but comment below about what your weather's like. Here in Illinois, it's cool. So we getting ready for fall. My favorite season. So anyway, didn't get the wasp. Now there are two wasps. So now I'm trying to keep the wasp in her room. Because if it gets out of her room, we're never going to find it. So now, I'm tripping, y'all. I'm tripping. I'm on 100 right now because I'm trying to kill this wasp. So I'm asking the girls, I'm like, give me the spray. They like, what spray? I'm like, any spray. It don't matter. So they grab the fragrant spray. They spray in the bathroom. Whatever. Aerosol works. So I started spraying the wasp, so I can disorient him, so he can fall down, so I can kill him. And guess what, y'all? It worked. I actually sprayed him. He fell on the ground, and then I like hit him, and the one of them died. But anyway, the one got away. So now he mad because I didn't kill his brother, sister, auntie, uncle, mama, and he is really pissed off. So anyway, long story short, we ended up getting the wasp. And I'm going to go ahead and have that air conditioner removed because at this time we don't even need it. But my subject today really isn't on the wasp. I use that as an example. My subject today is on fear and your kids. Do you teach your kids to face their fears or flee first and then face their fears? Now, in my house, I teach my girls to face their fears. And that brings me back to the story a little bit. Because when I didn't get the second wasp, I was tired of looking for it. So I told my daughter, I said, when he comes out, hit it. So she wasn't having none of that, okay? She was like, no, that's not the plan. I woke you up so you could kill it, Mom. I teach my girls, face their fears. Flee if you must. Face your fears immediately if you can. Because life always throws challenges at you. It's always throwing monkey wrenches. You got to learn how to duck. Or you got to learn how to be prepared. Have a shield up. Get ready for it. You know it's coming. Not all things we know is coming. So I try to buff them up to make them strong so they can face their fears. So I tell her, I'm not coming back in there. You kill it. So she's like, no. Not part of the plan, Mom. So now she's calling her sister. Sister. You know they got that on Netflix, right? Okay, stay focused. Anyway. Shout out to Tia and Tamara Mori for sister coming back after what? 30 years? Still as good as it was yesterday. My kids love it. I still love it. Y'all should check it out on Netflix. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So now she's calling her sister in here to rescue her older sister. So she's like, I'm sleeping. I'm not trying to kill no wasp for you. So she's always like that. And she's like, I'm not going to do it. Hold on, y'all. I got something in my eye. She's like, I'm not going to do it. Well, she's steady headed to the room, okay? Because that's how we do her, because she's the baby. And anytime she needs us, we really do try to help her. Oh, my God. My eye is burning, y'all. I must have accidentally touched my eye with some pepper or something. Anyway, excuse me, y'all, for just a second. Girls, could you get me a wet towel, please, so I can put it on my eye? Because it's really burning. Okay, back to the story. So, anyway, face your fears. Things you have to deal with. Oh, can you hurry, please? Oh, my gosh. It is really stinging, y'all. What did I do? Maybe it was the makeup that I put on. Maybe I put too much. I hate when stuff gets in my eye. Like, that's why I don't use mascara. I know there are a lot of people out there that use mascara and they love it. But for me, it kind of like makes my eyelashes really heavy. And thank you, sweetheart. And I don't use it that much for this reason, because it gets in my eyes. I didn't even use any today, but I'm using that as an example of things that I don't put in my eyes, because I have very sensitive eyes. The littlest thing can set them off. I'm always crying as far as tears coming out of my eyes. I don't know what that's about. If you have those problems too, and you know anything that I can do about it, please comment below and tell a girl how to stop crying all the time. Tears rolling down my face, messing up my makeup, okay? Got to reapply. I don't have time for that, okay? Anyway, getting back to the story. So sister's in the room now. Sister's mad, big mad. She like, you done woke me up out of my good sleep to kill this freaking wasp. Where is the wasp? She got the death look now, y'all. That's how she was looking, like the wasp. She looking, shoot, shoot, watching the wasp go. Okay? We eventually got it, like I said. But it's about facing your fears. My oldest daughter, she knows it had to die. Now, she don't like to kill anything. Neither does my youngest. And neither do I. Because they're all God's creatures. They have a reason to be here. But they have a reason to be here outside. Not in here. Outside. They gotta go. Okay? So, anyway, like I said, we got it. But I was thinking about you guys today. You know, kids are often afraid of a lot of different things. And I was just wondering, do you teach them to face their fears first, or do you teach them to flee? Because in a situation where they're going to be possibly kidnapped or anything like that, we always teach our kids to flee, to run. Run away as fast as you can. But what do you teach them about peer pressure? Do you teach them to face it? Deal with it? You know, because a lot of kids have problems these days. Mentally, emotionally. And I feel sorry for them in a lot of ways. Not that there's anything defective about them or anything wrong with them. But I feel sorry because my generation didn't grow up with iPhones and iThis and Snapchat and Twitter and Facebook and all these other things, and instantly putting everything online like YouTube. We didn't have no YouTube. You was the tube, okay? You watched the boob tube, which was the TV. And if you wanted to YouTube your friends, you walked your butt down the street, okay? That's all we had. But today, they have so many choices. They have so many options, but they also have so many avenues where they can be punished, where they can be put out there by their friends, so-called friends. My mom always told me, you ain't got no friends. You got associates. Okay, y'all? The word is associate, but she said you got associates. And she was doggone serious, okay? That's how my mama is. You ain't got no friends. You got associates. So I tell my kids the same thing. You don't got no friends. You got associates. In your life, you'll be lucky to find 2 ride or dies in your whole entire life. If you're out there and you have more than 2 friends that can ride or die for you, you are blessed, blessed, blessed. Because in the most part, you can only trust a couple of people. Your spouse, your mom, you know, maybe your brothers and sisters, and a friend that'll do anything to keep you safe. And you vice versa. So I got to thinking, I said, well, let's talk about that. So, how y'all doing today, by the way? Did I even ask y'all how y'all was doing? Let's back up a minute. How y'all feeling? It's been a long day for me. Excuse me, y'all. That's a piece of gristle. I'm not finna eat that. So, it's been a long day for me. A kind of long week. Like I said, it's been dreary outside, which kind of brings your mood down. But thank God my mood is still up right now. So, if this thing pop off one more time, y'all, okay? It's not down very well. That's my fault. I'll get it secure next time. But I do teach them to try their best not to be afraid. And let me tell you something. It's okay to be scared. What it's not okay to be is paralyzed with fear. Things in this life are fearful. You have to use your judgment wisely. You have to look out for yourself. You have to say to yourself, is this a situation I want to get in? My mom always told us, when you walk down the street at night, always walk in the middle of the street. Never walk near bushes or houses. And to this day, if I'm walking down the street at night, I always walk in the street. Because I remember what my mom told me. Because it's a way to stay safe. It's a precaution using your brain. My mom went into the bank the other day to withdraw some money. And this, young guy was coming in behind her. I'm not judging y'all. But sometimes people can look a certain kind of way where you get scared. And he had that look. Do-rag around the head. And he just looked aggressive. And I'm sure he wasn't. I'm sure he was a nice person. But he looked aggressive. So when he went in, while she was in there, instead of her taking her money out first, she told him, you can go ahead. And she let him get his stuff first. And I thought, wow, my mom's really thinking that's smart. Because that way he can get his stuff, get the heck out of Dodge, and you can get your stuff and feel a little bit safer. If he was on something, he wouldn't have accepted that, invitation like that. So, anyway, that's what I'm talking about. Life's going to throw you curveballs. Are you preparing your kids enough to, be there to either catch it or get out the way? I would love to talk about that. I'd love to chat about it. Give me an example, a simple example of something your kid was afraid of recently, or maybe in the past, that you gave them an easy way to deal with it, or that they overcame it. Comment below. Let me know about it. I'll be sure to respond. I hope that you guys would like, share, and subscribe to this channel, because I love you, and I know you guys love me, or you wouldn't be here. Your time is valuable, and you're giving it to me. You're giving me some of your time. I thoroughly appreciate that. This steak is so freaking good. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. The spices. I didn't put a lot of salt on here. I didn't fry it in butter, because most people are like, I put butter in mine and garlic and onions, but I did add garlic and onions, but I fried it on my grill. I put some Worcestershire and some steak sauce on it, and some salt and pepper. Like I said, garlic powder, onion powder, marjoram. Anyway, and it's delicious. Delicioso. Anyway, I thought it was beneficial to talk about that today, because our kids need our help. They always need our help. Even when they're grown, they're still going to be our kids. And if we can do anything to make their day better, anything to make their life easier, we have an obligation to do that. I love my girls. And I know they're going to be scared. But I don't want them to be paralyzed in fear. Some people have good fight or flight. Do you have good fight or flight? Because a girl do. If I see a situation and I'm not feeling it, I'm out. However, if the situation is brought to me, I know how to handle myself. I don't want to hurt somebody, but I will. Quick. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Do you have good fight or flight? And how do you know? Have you been in a dangerous situation where you had to do something right on the second, right away, and it made such a huge difference in the situation and how it turned out for you? I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to read about it. You can leave that in the comments below too. Excuse me, I need something to drink. Cranberry grape. Thank you for waiting. If you see me looking down, it's because I have my notes right here as to what I want to talk to you guys about. And I'm just trying to make sure that we covered everything. And this day, I think what I wanted to talk about as well is that in this day of COVID-19, the pandemic, we've all had to face our fears. We've had to face our worst fears. Things you see, you can fight. You can prevent something if you see it. COVID-19 is an invisible enemy. You can't see it. You can't fight it. We don't have a vaccine yet. What you can do, and I know I'm repeating myself, we've probably heard it 10,000 times in the last 3 months. Wash your hands. When you go out, don't touch your face. Wear a mask. Now, not everybody can wear a mask. Some people have breathing problems. Some people don't want to wear a mask. I don't get it, but that's your prerogative. However, if you can, wearing a mask doesn't just protect you. It protects people from you as well. I have elderly parents. Well, they're not elderly. They're older. I don't want to bring anything back to them. I have a compromised health system. I don't want to give anything to myself. Watch yourself out there. There have been so many colleges that are partying, and I know y'all like to get it. I got millennials in my family too. They likes to get it all the time, okay? But you can get it or you can get it, as in COVID-19. Sit your butt down. You got time to party later. Get on that Zoom call. I know it's not the same as the feeling and being in a group and hugging and kissing and partying and jumping around. But let me tell you something. Those people that are on a ventilator, they wish they hadn't got COVID. So sit your butt down. Okay? Party later. Save yourself now. Ain't no party if you're dead. Anyway, that's another thing. We've had to face our fears. How are you dealing with the pandemic? Especially as a parent. How are you doing? I want to hear from you. I love kicking it with you on the regular. You guys know that. I'm so glad you're here. Like I said, everything is possible through God and Christ Jesus. They love you. They want you to have the things that you need. They even want you to have some of the things that you want. And thank God He's a gracious God that does that for us. He loves you guys. I love you guys. I hope you comment below. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. And you know what? Your girl's going to holler at you tomorrow. Why tomorrow? Because Evie said so. Y'all have a great day. I love you. Bye-bye.
You didn't dance.